Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Extra Time Podcast. Well, we are here again. I'm with my co-host Jeffrey. Exciting week of the Premier League. We are here to react on the big games,
The two
derbies.
biggest.
They should be derbies. I mean, Liverpool and Arsenal. The last 3 years have been like games to watch for everybody. They've been the big games of the week. And sometimes some people have referred to it as the title deciding game. I remember 2 years ago. The game against, of course, both of them, City won 4-1. I think at the Emirates or thereabouts, and then that was it. They went on to like win the league, and then. But I feel like the result from today's game is is one that many expected, because City going into the game from a strong side. They just beat United, of course, 3-0, and then Arsenal as well, looking strong from their Champions League game against Atletico Bilbao, did really well. And then it was a game of two young girls, two tactical geniuses, and it ended in a draw. What are your reactions concerning the game?
Well, let's start with Arsenal. Possibly, I think the first 45 minutes, it was how should I say it? I think Man City got the result that they needed in the first half. They took the lead early through a brilliant goal from Haaland. I think was sloppy defending from Arsenal's backline, but it is what it is. They got the goal, and I noticed that Arsenal were a bit flat. There was no creative, what should I say, that creative spark.
Yeah.
I think Arteta starting Merino or not starting Eze was, I think it was a wrong choice. Initially, I think if Eze is fit, you should start him, especially in a big game like this. You need that creative spark. Odegaard is I understand the Saka pack is just coming off an injury, try and ease him in. But Odegaard is not isn't available, so you need that creative spark. You have Merino and Zubimendi and Declan, 3 players that, no disrespect to them, they are not as creative as Eze or Odegaard. So they lack that creative spark, and that service to Gyökeres. Gyökeres was lacking, especially in the first half. And credit to Man City, their defense was organized. They had they closed all the spaces down. They pressed when they needed to press, won the ball when they needed to win. And I think the first half, they got the result. They deserved the 1-0 lead. But the second half was a different case entirely. We saw Arsenal came in. They were aggressive. They won more possession. And you could say maybe City packed the bus. If we're being honest, you could say City packed the bus.
Yeah.
That's, how should I say, surprising from a Pep team.
Football. I feel like at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do to win.
Oh, so now you agree with my point.
Yeah, I feel like Pep has kind of like realized, if you watch the game and City so far this season, he has tried to like change the system and try to like adapt to the players. And you can see City right now playing transition football, playing on counters. The goal they scored against us was absolutely in transition. The goal they scored today as well was from counter. I feel like Pep has changed a lot about the City team. They do not want to control position for the sake of position like they did before. Try to like pass.
Tiki-taka style.
Mentally and everything. I feel like now when they see the chance to go at you, they go. They do not play out from the back like they usually do. Donnarumma now, they play longer balls to Haaland, tries to win second balls. So yeah, I feel like Pep has tweaked a lot, and it's not surprising as well that he went for the win.
Yeah, so now Arsenal, one thing about them, just to tick on Arsenal, is now it's another point dropped. This is a big game. I think for Arsenal to win, or for them to like try and put them as title winners, they have to win all these games. We noticed that they lost to Liverpool 1-0, great goal by Szoboszlai as usual. But this one now, I felt like they needed to win. Liverpool had already won yesterday, 2-1 win against what's it called?
Everton.
Merseyside derby. They won that one. So for them, I think there was more pressure for Arsenal coming into this game. So they needed to win, and they didn't get the result they needed. Great. They probably would have lost if not for Martinelli's incredible goal. Let's give it to Martinelli. This is someone that a lot of Arsenal fans don't rate highly, but in my opinion, I think he's a very good player, someone that can come in. And Arteta made a good sub, a good decision, subbing in, and he got the result. Great ball again from Eze. You see, this was something that they lacked in the first half. They needed that creative spark. Eze, City basically packed the balls, and over an extended period of time, Arsenal had a lot of the ball, but they couldn't penetrate, they couldn't break down Man City's defense. Gyökeres was lacking in service, he couldn't do anything. I felt sorry for him, but just as the game was going, a bit of magic from Eze, got the ball, Martinelli, great run, and
The finish as well was spectacular.
great goal all around. So still, now let's look at it from, I think, a Man City's point of view. Just how, is it a setback? Because we claim that they are now back, but is it like a bump, or should we
I
still be
do
up?
not think it's a bump. I feel like they've solved most of the issues they've had even from last season and earlier on. Watched the game against Brighton at home. I feel like they were conceding too many transition chances. They were weak at the back, but I feel like
they'll be
the
stronger
game
now.
against us and against Arsenal, they've been like solid defensively.
Yes.
He used the same team, obviously. Kusanov at right back.
Yeah.
Vadol is back as well.
O'Reilly.
I feel like O'Reilly has been really solid.
I think
an absolutely good job against Madueke today and Saka to an extent. So yeah, I feel like Pep has solved like most of their problems defensively. With Rodri back, I feel like Rodri is getting back to his full form. I think he did okay.
A bit okay. I didn't see much of him, but I feel like
with more game time, he's going to get there, and then Rihanna as well. So I feel like Pep, I'm not going to say they're absolutely back. Right now, it's a one-horse race for Liverpool. They're going to, when more games come in, there's going to be more pressure on everybody and everything. So yeah, I feel like City, they are not there yet. They showed good signs today. Defensively, they are solid. They just need to create more chances going forward, and then they have that spark, and I feel like they'll be good as well.
Okay. I think I agree with what you said. They haven't hit the gear that we, or the heights that we usually know them for. The tiki-taka, the precision football that they usually, it isn't there yet. And I think over time it will end up coming gradually. I think Rodri is going to still acclimatize to get back to his form. I was impressed with Haaland. Again, he had a great goal. I think it's 6 goals in 4 games now. And
5 and 4.
Okay, 5 and 4. And people are saying it's his worst start to the Premier League season. So I think now that he's still going to grow in more confidence, and just that in general is going to help them going forward over time.
To talk about Arsenal, so I feel like Martinelli.
Should he be getting more game time?
I feel like he's better. There are some players that when they start games, they don't look so great, but when they come off playing against tired legs, they are the best. I feel like Martinelli is in that bracket right now, because the game against Bilbao midweek, the Champions League game, he came on, scored, assisted as well. Same thing today. He's been their savior. I genuinely do not think Arteta sees him and he's going to want to start him over Eze, over Trossard. I feel like he has lost that starting spot. Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like for him, he's doing a good job, of course, coming off the bench and helping the team, and he's now gone down to that title of being a squad player. He just has to keep keeping now. Then it's a team sport at the end of the day, so everybody will have to contribute. So
I agree. So let's move on to the big game. Your game, your team.
United
against Chelsea. These are big rivals, especially over here. I think it's a big game for all of us. Chelsea against Manchester United. Man United got the job done. But what was your opinion on your team, since it's your team?
Many people say we are back, blah blah. Yeah,
you're back after one game.
Of course. It was a game. We got the 3 points, obviously. I'm happy. I have to be happy. But I have to be positive rather, but I'm not excited about the game because I feel like we were gifted 3 points. Did you win it deservedly? Hell no. But it's part of the game. Red cards occur and everything. So yeah, speaking of the game, I feel like first half, early on, first couple of minutes, we were on fire. And if you've watched our game recently, you know this is how we've always started the game. We've always been on top, try to be more aggressive and everything. So yeah, we got the chance. Of course, the red card came on, and then the game changed, obviously. Fell in our favor. So we scored 2 goals. I feel like Enzo Maresca made the biggest mistake of his career, of his life.
Yeah, I agree.
By stopping off both Estevao and Pedro Neto. I feel like that was the biggest mistake he's made. Because
took off.
Even with the 10 men for them, they had better control of the ball than us. We were not that on it and tidy. We were not containing. We were not.
I think you guys dropped back, even though you had the lead. You guys dropped back a bit.
when you watch teams that go, maybe a bad in Newcastle and Liverpool game, when you watch teams that go 10 men against them 11, it's more of like the 11 men trying to like create more chances, putting more pressure. But for us, it was not the case.
Yeah,
we couldn't sustain possession, and it's obviously down to the way we play and how we are structured. So yeah, I feel like we didn't get enough control. Even when we then went down to Casemiro, of course, very foolish for the
red card.
Respect to him, but it was too harsh and everything. I feel like the second yellow shouldn't have been given.
Really?
Should have been like
he was basically trying to wrestle the guy down. At the end of the day,
I feel like he won the ball, and then the whole context around it. But the rules are the rules. The rules are the rules. Whatever. Halftime, of course. 2-0.
Yeah.
Second half. 10 men versus 10. I feel like Chelsea were the better team.
Yeah, Chelsea would be.
They had good chances, even scored goals that were cancelled. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just a question. I think, does this result give like a lifeline to Amorim?
Of course it does, but then for me,
or have you seen anything that kind of believed, okay, should I let me just put my faith a bit more in this manager?
In terms of the way the hierarchy goes on to see him now, it's one game won.
Mm-hmm.
If he had lost this game, then I feel like more pressure would be on him. But it's one game won. But for me, and for maybe other fans that see the game, the performance was not good. It's the same mistake we've been seeing every week, the same errors we've been seeing every week. So nothing changes for me. From last week to this, nothing absolutely changes. We are lucky to have won the game. We are basically gifted the game. But we look forward to the next game. It's Brentford. So the results for Brentford is going to matter as well. The performance for me still has to improve. We are not there yet. Still has to improve. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. I agree. Yeah. I think the game, you guys were a bit fortunate with the red card. I think the red card kind of ruined everything for the game. I think a bit. I want to try and criticize Maresca because as a manager, you get flustered easily. Just like you got a red card, and now all of a sudden, all your game plan is just thrown out of the window. You remove three of your attackers, removing Estevao, Pedro Neto, and then Kopama. He did mention that maybe he removed Kopama out of like he wasn't 100% fit. Yeah, he wasn't 100% fit. So, okay, let's give him a pass. But at the same time now, towards the end, later on in the game, the other team got a red card, so it was balanced. But at the same time, Chelsea were having possession of the ball, loss of possession. They were dominating. They were the better team, but there was no creativity. João Pedro was, I think, he had a great game in my opinion, João Pedro, but he was left to basically isolated. He was just isolated, doing all the hold-up play and all the rest. So I feel like Maresca as a coach, I feel like he tries and overthinks things a lot. Like, I don't know if it's like something that is built in, like whenever he tries to tweak all these experiments and all these kind of things, it's like Pep, but not really Pep. He thinks too much about, and all those things can affect his performances for his team going forward. Another thing, just on Manchester United's point now, it's not a great performance, but it's job well done. You've gotten 3 points now. The question is, can you maintain this momentum? You have defeated a big team. You have defeated Chelsea. You lost previously to Man City. Now you have gotten a win against probably your biggest rivals in Chelsea. You've got that over the line. Now, can you maintain this level of consistency or the win moving forward? That's the question that remains to be answered.
But tell you what level of consistency? We are not consistent in the game. So we are
getting an improved performance with a result, actually. Because now Cunha is back. I think Cunha is back. I think he's going to get back into a starting role and so forth. I think he's going to try and change. I think when he's present, you guys' style of play changes a lot. Yeah, I admit that. Another thing, Kobe Menu. This issue with Kobe Menu, I noticed that the manager had options during the game. He made substitution, but he didn't bring Kobe Menu on until maybe like 2 minutes towards the game. I don't know, is it like, does the manager not have faith in him, or is it like maybe Kobe Menu isn't performing well in training or that kind of thing?
Amorim has said countless of times that Menu has to improve certain aspect of his game, and the fact that he sees he said Menu's competition is Bruno Fernandes. Yes, so for him, it's like playing a more defensive-minded midfielder next to a midfielder. So Menu, of course, does not fit the bill for being defensive and covering spaces. So that position is basically for Casemiro and Mugati. So imagine Menu is fighting a spot
against the star man of the team.
So it's going to be difficult for him to obviously get into the team and even see. That was why Menu even wanted to leave during the summer.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's being harsh on Menu, and it's obviously you're creating a system that does not bring your best players into play. So for me, it's on the manager. So it's difficult to see, obviously, from a fan point of view, because Menu is a player I've always raved about for the past 2 years. He's been a huge part of the club, and now seeing him not being able to play,
not being able to show his potential and all the rest.
I feel like I genuinely do not want to see him having the same ending as Garnacho, because you know how that ended last year. Garnacho, of course, got booed and yesterday.
Yeah, he didn't even play, but no problem there. So I think that's it for today. This is just a short episode. So if you like the video, please share to your friends as well. We'll try and push out more content. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.